Hello fellow tankers, this is Dauntless, and welcome to 2 Cents. Today I wanted to talk about the mod XVM and the controversy that surrounds it. Some people say it's a toxic mod, some people say it's like, quote, cheating, some people hate on it, and you don't really hear a lot of positive things about it, and that's what prompted me to make this video. Recently, another YouTuber, and I won't say his name, made a video about the negativities of XVM, and he went on and on about how much he disliked the mod. And I personally think that yes, while there are negatives about it, if you're going to fairly dissect something and talk about it, you should also talk about the pros. And yes, XVM can be toxic. It can cause people to rage. It can cause people to, be upset about their chances of winning, whatnot. And it can cause a lot of emotions. I understand that. But if you can rise above it, ultimately, it's just another tool that you can have at your disposal. And I feel like there are many good benefits. For one, check out these light bulbs. I don't know if all XVM has this option, but the one I use through Quickie Baby has these light bulbs that pop up. They're yellow for the ones tanks that are currently spotted, and yellow or white for the ones that aren't. And right now, I'm waiting for the VK to be lit, and there he is, because there was no light bulb by his name, and he is in a slow vehicle. And I can make that snap decision and realize that I can sit here and not hit the reload button and hold on to that one shell, because there is a good chance that he could push around. And without looking at the minimap and frantically seeing, like, okay, what hasn't been lit yet, you can make that snap decision. Here's another snap decision I'm making based off of those light bulbs. See, not everything in XVM is stat related. This is allowing me to move forward and making that decision, even though I'm not completely reloaded and not wasting any time, because, check it out, everything but their Pershing has been lit, and they're all fighting on the south of the map, and they outnumber us probably 2-to-1 down south, while about half our team is sitting up in the north. I'm talking to Nailbiter, who is a fellow YouTuber, by the way, and we talk and we're like, we need to push the north immediately because no one's leading the charge. Literally no one's moving, even though there's nothing up here defending. And having XVM allows me to make that quick decision within the first couple minutes of the game and actually change the battle, because if we were just all stagnant in the north and just kind of willy-nilly sitting around, then our south would be absolutely wiped, and ultimately it would have led to a loss if we hadn't have acted when we did. And again, that's just my opinion, but I really feel like that could have been the end of this game if we hadn't have acted soon. Anyway, another aspect of XVM that I really enjoy is the fact that you can see who uses XVM. Notice these little X's right here next to players' names. The orange X indicates that they have an active XVM running, while a grayed out X like this shows that they're using XVM, but they don't have it activated. This is particularly good if they have an XVM sniping arty and you are a good player. It shows you have to be a little bit more careful because you will get XVM sniped. Another thing is actually looking at the players' colors. Green, blue, purple players generally tend to play a little bit smarter, a little bit better, and are more skilled in general. This Super Pershing, for instance, is a green player. If you look at his name right here, you can see that he is in fact a green player, and he has 2 marks of excellence on his barrel. He's also one of the only enemy vehicles that push back to try to defend the base. If half their team had gone back to try to defend, they might have had a chance. But again, he was the only one that really thought, like, I need to go back and help defend. And their IS-6 also fell back, another green player. And so, a lot of red players and orange players tend to tunnel vision and not look at the minimap, where good players do. And again, it's not that beneficial for this replay that I'm showing you, but in a lot of ways you can really psychologically analyze the game through players and their decision making and kind of put them on different levels on how they're going to behave and act. And if you can, again, get over the fact that, I don't know, you have a lot of red players on your team and whatnot, whatever the case may be, if you can get over that aspect of it and rise above it and not worry about your chances of winning, but just play the game for yourself, then you can actually really abuse the aspects of XVM and use it to your advantage and ultimately win more games in the long run. So I personally think XVM is a great tool. Again, there are negative aspects about it, but so does everything. And if you can rise above that and just focus on the positive and not let it affect your gameplay, you can really have a lot of fun with it. And I personally promote it and think it's a great aspect of the game. Again, if they were to ban this mod and no one could use it, then I would be okay with that decision as well. But as long as it's in the game, then I feel like it does give me an advantage to use it, and I think it is a good choice. And one last thing, I am platooned with a Nailbiter. He is, again, a fellow YouTuber and a great guy. I really enjoy playing with him. And if you haven't checked out his channel, I can put a link in the description below and you can check it out. Really good content. He's currently talking about revamping his channel a little bit, making new content, maybe starting a series. He has like a 5K recent win rate, which might not mean a lot to a lot of you, but that's incredible. Probably one of the best players on the North American server. He's 3-marked pretty much all his tier 10 vehicles, and you know, even I learned a lot from his commentary. So again, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and do that now, and let me know your opinions on XVM. Do you think it's a beneficial mod to have in the game? And you know, if not, then let me know why. And it's kind of interesting and it's cool to hear other people's opinions on what they think of the mod. So I don't want to stir up a hornet's nest because I know this is kind of a touchy subject, but again, I've heard a lot of negative about it and not a lot of good, and so I just thought I'd be kind of the voice and talk about the good aspects of XVM. Not everything is stat driven. There are some, you know, benefits to having it other than that. And you know, if you do find that the chance to win thing is throwing you off, go to xvm.com and turn that aspect off. I personally never run the chance to win aspect because it does kind of throw you off a little bit. I generally just use it to size up the enemy team and not worry too much about my own. So anyway, guys, hopefully you found this entertaining and a little bit controversial. I don't know. Again, it is a touchy subject, but if you did like it and you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button below, and I will be uploading more like this shortly. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.